So let's take a seat for meditation, feeling the earth, the support of the earth beneath the body, and resting in that, finding a firm base, a foundation to rest. Relaxing into that, trusting that. And from the base of the body resting on the chair or the cushion, feel the energy of the spine lifting from that base up to the sky. So that gentle reaching, that gentle energy lifting helps us to stay committed, alert, energized in our practice. And so we can always come back. When the mind is drifting away, we can always come back to relaxing into the foundation of resting on the earth and the energy of lifting the spine. And bring your attention to your face, to the whole head and the inside of your head, your jaw, the inside of your mouth, your throat, your neck. And notice if there's any tightness. This tightness, this contracting, is our habitual effort to control the body, to control our experience. And just gently inviting a letting go of that contracting, that holding in the face, inside the skull, throat, the neck, and then moving down to the shoulders. Inviting a relaxing, a letting go. Moving into the heart and feeling in the heart. You might feel just a spontaneous, deep breath arising as you bring your attention to the heart. And a release, letting go. And let that happen. That's helpful. In the heart, in the diaphragm, in the abdomen. Relaxing. The more we allow the body to relax, or we stop the tensing and contracting and unconscious and compulsive controlling that we do, the more we can fully arrive in this moment. And feeling the the arms and the hands, however they are comported. Maybe your hands are folded in the lap or resting on your thighs. Feeling the stillness in the body, stillness in the legs as well, supporting the body, connecting with the earth. Not that the body needs to be still like a statue. The body has movement. And yet within that, the movement takes place within a larger stillness in the body. And we can rest in that quality of stillness, which is really the experience of space. The space within the body, the space around the body. The space doesn't move. Movement happens within the stillness of space. The breath rises and falls within that stillness. Within that spaciousness. The breath can support your coming home. Again and again, with each breath arriving home to yourself. And the quality of awareness that we bring to the body, to the breath, to the arising of thoughts and feelings and emotions, that they also take place within this space which is characterized by awareness, the knowing, this mindfulness which is present, quality of presence, awareness. And the space and awareness have a warmth. They're not cold and judgmental. There's a warmth to that space and awareness, a warmth of the heart, a warmth of kindness, of acceptance, compassion. This is our home. Openness, awareness, and warmth, and all the heart qualities. This is our home. The mind might give rise to thoughts, inner commentary, emotions, judgments, self-judgments. It's just, those are the habits of the mind. And it's okay. It's like when you come home after having been away for a long time and you're glad to be home, even if the place is a little messy or needs some work. Still, it's good to be home. And so we can just let the thoughts go, or even if they come and go and we get hooked by them sometimes, we can have a sense of the larger space within which they are known. For the last part of the sitting, last 5 minutes or so of the sitting, I'd like to invite you to join me in radiating metta, which I'll offer a guided meditation, bringing the attention to the heart and breathing into the heart, and bringing to mind a person or a being or an experience that opens the heart with care and kindness and friendship, deep sense of connection to life, goodwill, benevolence, friendship, caring. Experiencing that quality of heart, however subtle it may be. Maybe it's very subtle. It may be just felt as an intention, which is fine. Allowing that quality of heart to radiate through your body. And resting in that quality of kindness, of friendship, and caring. Enjoying the goodness of it, the beauty of it, the sweetness of it. And allowing that quality of heart to radiate beyond the constructed sense of boundary of the body. The idea that the body begins and ends with the layer of skin that is the envelope of the body. And extending that quality of heart, the caring, the kindness, the friendship, in all directions, to the front, to the right, to the back, to the left, above and below. And also maintaining, sustaining that inward, that inner spring of metta. If it's helpful, you can say a phrase. You could just say the word metta. Or you could say, may all beings be well, happy, and at peace. If that is helpful to you. Radiating metta in all directions, boundlessly. It doesn't mean that your metta has to be powerful or anything in particular. So if the mind begins to judge or question the quality of heart, well, that's a pitfall. That's the mind, that's the ego jumping in. This beautiful practice of radiating metta is what the Buddha called temporary liberation. We can simply be metta, rest in metta, allowing metta to just extend in all directions. Trusting the intention of the heart. And as we bring to an end the formal part of the practice, I invite you to bring to mind someone who is suffering or beings who are suffering at this time. To bring these beings to our shared circle, our circle of practice, wishing them well, dedicating the blessings of our practice to their well-being. As we do this beautiful intention to dedicate my liberation, my freedom, our movement toward greater peace, well-being, and happiness, to serve the benefit of all beings, that as our minds, speech, and bodies become less afflicted, may this liberation serve others to also be well and be more happy and free. And knowing that this beautiful intention was given us, was granted us, was taught to us by thousands and thousands of people of all spiritual paths, even if they wouldn't have called it a spiritual path. And that we can embody and model this to many others as well, and support one another in living this commitment. May my practice for liberation benefit other beings. May all beings be well, be happy, and be free. I'd like to offer just a few thoughts, and maybe we can share responses to these offerings, or maybe if you have also something else you want to bring up. I was listening to the radio this morning, Sunday, to the CBC show Sunday Morning, and the poet and essayist David White was on. I just I just caught a few minutes of what he was saying. He's really one of my favorite poets, and a beautiful heart. And he was talking about, and I kind of came in the middle of what he was saying, but it just really touched me so deeply. Talking about how, you know, we are vulnerable beings. We are all vulnerable. We are all subject to aging, illness, and death. We're subject to loss. We're subject to grief. We're subject to getting caught in self-constructions and wanting to be something that we aren't. And when we recognize and really when maybe something that life brings us really shines a spotlight on our vulnerability and on the truth that we're not in control. We think we're in control, and we keep forgetting and trying to be in control. And when we realize, when we become sick, or when someone close to us is diagnosed with an illness, or someone dies, or we experience a global pandemic, or a terrible world event happens. We can touch the reality that we are vulnerable and we're not in control, and that we have the opportunity to be fully present in our lives as it is, to be fully present with everything that is part of our lives as it is. And that in realizing this, we actually become fully alive. In rising to be open to have that openness of heart that I talked about in the guided meditation, the openness of heart, the non-resistance, the recognizing that things are as they are, and that I have the capacity to respond. It's not that things are as they are and, oh well, I might as well just roll over and give up. It's things are as they are in all their complexity and beauty and difficulty and pain and joy. And I can respond in this moment with a whole heart. And that's being fully alive. That's the gift of presence in our lives. So we can see each moment in this way. that life can be a mirror. Life can be a mirror which shows us in each moment what we're bringing to it, how we're responding, how we're perceiving. How am I perceiving this moment? Am I perceiving it as wrong? Am I perceiving it as something that is a mistake? How could it be a mistake? It's what is. Am I perceiving it as something that's an unfolding of life that I can learn from, that I can respond to, that I can bring the gifts that I have to bear, to engage with faith, with love? So that's the invitation. So I'd just like to invite, I'm going to stop the recording.